We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight, the new Imaginarium data has just reset today. I will be attempting my first clear for both sides. Also, while I update the audio a little bit, there is one news, not exactly news, there is one thing that I have managed to do. Which if you've been on the stream before, you might actually know what that thing is. Well, actually, if you're in the Discord, you probably will know what it is. I have finally managed to clear Fearless. It only took a little bit of messing around, notably with whose build was it again? Let me try to think who it is. Give me a moment, I'm just trying to think. Oh, yes. I just had to tinker with Mawika's build a bit, so let me show this part and then just show the Mawika build as well as the teams that I use. Where's the battle records again? Yeah, this was the teams that I used. So instead of using Flints against Sigurd, I managed to make my Mawika she got quite a decent improvement by swapping artifacts around. I didn't actually get anything new. I just had to sacrifice I just had to sacrifice both Ganyu and I think Kinish artifacts a little bit and a little bit of try-harding, and we managed to clear all 3 game modes. Thank goodness. I've been mourning over this. I've been struggling over this for like the past few days, so honestly, I'm just really glad I managed to get it down before I had to go out this morning. So the team are as such. We have a regular Sinefa team right here, the regular Flint Sinefa team. Very comfortable clear. It's not super comfortable, but it wasn't really super, I guess you could say difficult, because I don't actually have to worry about the whole mechanic, right? So we do have that time, which could have been spent on making the shield itself. So that's mostly the biggest part. Sigurd, I had to run the Varesa premium team. Keep in mind that both of these characters, I think Varesa is top 7.5%, top 7 point something percent overloaded. And I improved my Mawika to be a top 6.59% overloaded too. She used to be in top 11%. I think she was top 13 I slowly improved her to top 11, but apparently that wasn't good enough against Sigurd. So I had to go really like swap around artifacts, go to Akasha, refresh every now and again, and then until I see that number reach like a really good amount. And then here we are. We managed to clear the operative with only a few seconds to spare. Mawika with the new cancel combo is absolutely insane. She did 5.8 million. She did 5.8 million out of God knows how many HP. And it's kind of funny that, I mean, I'm not surprised that Mawika does that much damage, but it's funny how Varesa, even though my Varesa is also pretty good, apparently Mawika is simply just a better unit. So I managed to get the dust. And otherwise, let's jump straight into the Imaginarium Theater. Tonight's stream is going to be a bit on the shorter side. I'll only be streaming for about 1 hour-ish, like that, because I have a run to attend to tomorrow morning. So I have to get to bed because I need to wake up like super duper early. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that much clears. However, I will let you guys know for this. I will make an announcement over on the YouTube side since my YouTube stream has been relatively regular, usually in time or aligned with my Twitch streams. But I will be making an announcement based on the timing of when I actually usually stream, just basically announcing the schedule so that maybe more people, if any of you guys over on YouTube side would want to, have time and check me out, or you need any sort of help live on stream, you will know what time to expect. I do stream quite long, I would say not too long, but about 4 hours-ish, like that. Usually per stream every Friday and Saturday. If you're on Twitch, then you would already know this. If you're not on Twitch, then that's fine. I'll make the announcement, or you can just open up YouTube and just be aware of it. So yeah, other than that, I don't have Al Haytham. Wow, that's not exactly rare, but you know what? That's fine. Anyways, let's jump straight into the theater. I think we have, what are the 3 elements again? Hyper Bloom. Yeah, we basically just have Hyper Bloom. Arlecchino, I'm absolutely bringing Arlecchino. I'm not sure whether Zhongli is going to be useful here. I think Diona doesn't do much outside of buffing my Flint's team, but we don't have a Nemo, so she could actually see some use. Although I'll have to probably look at her build because I need to make sure that she actually has she has 200 ER. Okay. Sackbow 200 ER with ER Sands. We are good to go. I could probably swap the artifacts. Oh yeah, I remember I stole a Lanyan lost a piece. Actually, no, hold on. No, that doesn't seem quite right. I know she's on this ER Sands. Okay, still instructors. Which means Lanyan stole 1 or 2 of the pieces, I think. Oh, yeah. Lanyan stole this piece. Because the onset is actually this. Because you can actually gain a bit of ER rolls here. So this should be the original 4 instructors build. Perfect. Now we should be able to... Hopefully, we can buff Flints by like 320 EM, which is just as insane. Even more insane, I would argue. Then, what's her name called again? Actually, I have Aino on instructors. Oh, we don't have Aino in this team. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, we do have Hydro. No, we do have Aino. My Aino is running instructors, actually, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run. Let us just bring our best unit. We're running Hyper Bloom. We don't have a Pyro unit, so I'm not too sure if I'll believe in the value of Kinish and Emiri. But we can bring both of our Raiden. Did I butcher my Raiden? Because Emiri, Keqing, my Keqing is a top 5% or top 6% aggravator, or it could be even higher than that. I could be completely mistaken. And this is my top 8% or something like that. Top 5% burst Raiden or something. So, I mean, in case you're wondering why I always like mention percent, that's because I want to give a clarification of what kind of standards or what kind of build you'll be expecting for my run. So, in simpler terms, don't expect my account to be relatable in any shape or form, both in terms of vertical and horizontal investment, because I would say I invest a little bit in both. And right now, I'm mostly trying to bring a bunch of characters to level 90 and eventually try to optimize all the DPS before I go to the supports. But other than that, yeah, Molani still does some damage. We can do Nilo Bloom. Technically, I can just do Kinish Emily just for Nilo Bloom, but we have 4-star units, so I'm not so sure if I want to really do that. I'm trying to think what the units we have. We need a bunch of Dendro units, okay. We do not have that much Dendro units, that's interesting. Okay, now we need 1 more Hydro unit. Xingqiu is a must, for obvious reasons. Official, Yansan, okay. We did have Varesa, so I think we have a bit too much Electro. We can still on Electro Charge, so Flint is still going to be strong. So if I were to take the weaker units, Keqing, I kind of want to use Keqing again, so we can leave it at that. Inari is a Dendro unit, so we have to throw 1 of the Electro units away. I'll probably bench Cloran away for a bit. Not so sure about Yae though. I mean, Yae is an off-field support, so I guess we can hold on to that. So we can either do one more Hydro or one more Dendro unit. I don't have any more Dendro units, and Alhaitham is already available. I could bring Zhongli for the alternate option though. Sethos is decent. Hey, tell you something. Hey, Sakoko, what up? Yeah, how's life, man? Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I actually just got home about 40 minutes ago. Less than an hour ago. I was basically out the entire day. Like, I went out to go, like, do some stuff, and then went back home, and I had to go, like, went back to my village because it's All Souls Day and stuff, so we had to send the flowers and shit. And then we had to go, and then after that, I went back, ate dinner outside. Okay, let me think. Beidou. Actually, who are we going against? Mago Kenki's whatever. PMA, I know PMA is in Luna, so it's whatever. Knuckle Duckle. Oh, Beidou would be great here. Yeah, but there's too much Electro units. Do I even care about having that much Electro units? There's too many good Electro units. I like Hyper Bloom, but like... Okay, let me think. Do I have too much DPS? I have too much DPS. Sorry, Kaching. I don't have a special 5-star Genshin Impact character. What do you mean by that? We are running Raiden. You can probably run Sarah. I do want to balance the thing though. We don't need... Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I forgot about I know. Okay, we don't need any supporting casts. Kinish and Emery is a bit... Kinish, okay, we don't exactly need Emery. We can probably run... we can run Alucino Burning. So we can try to slap on maybe another Hydro unit. Or another Electro unit. Candice will be decent though. How many off-field Hydro do we have? We have... we have 1, we have 2, 3... We only have trio. I guess we can get Candice, why not? Alright, let's go clear this. And once I'm done, I'll probably try to help maybe 1 or 2 accounts. I don't see any of my Twitch viewers, so... except via Shadow. Hey Shadow, I'm sure you're chilling in the background, so yeah, been chilling anyways. So, we only have 3 options, which is probably the most interesting part. We'll try to get 1 character, but I'm not too worried because I think all the characters here are absolutely goated. Like, you're absolutely goated. Electro Charge or Bloom? Bloom, I believe, is the damage buff, I think. Because I believe I've done visual on all these buffs. Yeah, they buff the... Yeah, Bloom is you get the additional cores and then you gain the additional, like, Bloom damage. This one is additional. The additional core, this one focuses on the Bloom side. You can either go for Dendro Hydro. Dendro Hydro, or you get more AoE. The AoE for Bloom stuff is worthless. I'll let you guys know early if you're looking forward to my theater guide. The AoE Dendro application is worthless. It's not often enough. It's not fast enough for it to be worth considering. Consume for AoE, yeah, this one is... I know, this is more external damage. It's a bit on the worthless side. 3 stacks of Bloom increases damage. I think I know what I'm going. We'll try to get the Bloom damage up. Electro Charge, I think, is also kind of gimmicky. You don't have to go like all the way to level 4 unless you want to go for the damage buff. So Catalyze... The thing about Catalyze or Quicken or however you want to call it is that most of it is kind of... I remember the buffs being very meh. I think it centers around AoE Dendro. And then there's a very minor buff that buffs Electro or something. I think this one, yeah, this one decreases 10 seconds. It doesn't actually stack though, which kind of sucks. You do Electro Dendro, you get a additional Electro. Basically, the whole premise is just reapplying. It focuses on application and external damage. Not so much on buffing anything, really, which kind of sucks. Yeah, you see, even the evolution only buffs the additional Dendro stuff. The damage itself is not small, but it's not big either. I think this one is a good one. Yeah, this one gives a 50% Electro bonus. And then this one is just 25 damage increased by 1 of every EM, which is worthless for characters that don't really build EM. I know most characters will beat EM, but it's not going to be a lot. It's a flat addition to the external damage. This is the Electro AoE. Yeah, we're going for the Apex Abundance since it gives like damage bonus. Electro Charge, also not that much, but I'm still going to get it. We'll try to get level 1 of each buff, so we have a chance to get all of each. Easiest is always going to be this. Granted, we only really have 3 options. The upside of only having 3 options is the fact that you don't have to deal with a variety of enemies, and it will save quite a lot of time for my part. So once I'm done with the Stygian guide next week, I can probably get the Imaginarium Theatre guide done in, I want to say give or take maybe 2 days. 2 days, 3 days. Not on a regular work day though. If a regular work day, then not so much. I'll throw Sino away here because I don't think my Sino's all that great. Although I would want to look at the Alhaitham. Okay, Alhaitham's kind of generic. We don't really need any Dendro units, I think. I mean, I know there's Sinius, but Sinius, I don't really need to run Dendro. I just have to run Dendro just to remove the shield, so it doesn't really matter. Yao Yao, do we have a healer? A Dendro healer? We can technically use Yao Yao. Furina is the... Okay, we're not using Furina. No way in hell are we using Furina. We still do need off-field Hydro though. Yao Yao doesn't have any application. I just use Aurora. Let me just use Aurora. I think that's the only way to do it, right? Like we do Candy's skill. We do Candy's skill and then we do this to get this cross buff to Sino. Do you buy me a Welkins? Why are you asking me for Welkins? No, don't do no bro, look bro, it's not cool to come here begging. I'll just say it straight up. Go win a competition somewhere, then maybe may come back. Also, hey Jess, how you doing? You doing fine? Alright, good to know you're doing fine, man. Dude, I remember the last time I played Sino. I'm worried about your insanity after this. Not theater. Theater, I haven't really tried. I'm not too worried because my lineup is super cracked. So I'm genuinely not worried at all. Let's see, we have one Electro. Let's try to stack up and balance the elements. I mean, have you done your Imaginarium Theater? Because I know Rem said he struggled a bit. But that is coming from a guy who only has like one real Electro DPS. Raiden doesn't count. Raiden C0 doesn't count. Because he's Raiden, that's why. Let's see, do I want to stack up? I can technically invite early though. Because technically, element-wise, PMA is just a damage check. Most of these bosses are damage check. We save Flints and FL for the robot. We save a Hydro-centric team for this one. We can probably run like Molani. We can even get like... No, actually, no, not Molani, but we can run the Hydro-centric team. Dendro here. Mago Kenki and PMA doesn't matter. There is supposedly the shadowy husk that I heard in Luna too. Let me see if I can... How do I view that thing? Is it somewhere here? It's here, right? It doesn't show it now. I know the first one is like a bunch of shadowy husks. Shadowy husks... The thing is, Rem says he struggled, but you keep in mind, I'm the guide maker, so I have all the strategies accessible as far as things are concerned. So Dendro, we don't need Dendro too early. Sino... I mean, technically we just use Nahida super early, but I want to save him for Sinius. So we'll probably bring... Official here. Is it this easy compared to the previous one? Yeah, I can imagine. Alright, we can do the Elite Assault. I think this one is very easy. Yeah, it's just 6 people. I done only Visionary, I didn't go all out, which means... Yeah, because I heard that. Because I heard it was easy. Oh, you're only Visionary. How's Luna, Kirimi? I assume Luna... Because from what I saw, the bosses are very, very straightforward. Like, they just feel so like... Hello, I am here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hello, I exist. Okay, how many do I have? I have... 2 Dendro, a bunch of Hydro. I could bring Sino. What's her name again? I could bring Furina, but I think Furina's a bit too early. I'll save Furina for the last boss. I guess we could technically bring Fischl. Electro Charge Sino. Let's go. Electro Charge Sino, my favorite thing. It's because I'm lazy this time, yeah. Go for the lady, because she's the one to go for. Sino damage where? You. Hello? Hello, you stupid freaking dude. I'm just gonna mash it because I don't really want to play about a combo. See, it's so off-brain, bro. I'm not even doing anything. I think for Electro Charge, we'll go for the external damage buff. So that we can maintain the Electro Charge aura. I hate Sino because he doesn't do damage. No, Sino does do damage. But Sino, he's not a hyper carry like Nefair. Sino is the first generation of Electro DPS designed around Quicken. The problem about DPS that is designed around Quicken, because Hoyo back then didn't know how they were gonna power creep things, so it didn't really matter back then. The problem is, the fact that, what's the right word for it? Trying to think. They probably designed Sino around you learning him as kind of just like a quick bloom DPS. But the problem is, like, most of his damage really comes, a good portion comes from his normal attack, but quite a good portion also comes from his elemental skill. And the issue is that he doesn't have, I think he only has like 0.5 interrupt rest, so it's like Xingqiu level, but it's not even as good as Xingqiu, I think. He doesn't have infinite interrupt rest like Raiden. His damage is, you have to play a specific combo, but the moment you get staggered out of it, you get punished for doing so. I don't know if his consolation provides interrupt rest. And on top of that, the moment you use his burst, you are fully committing to a 15-second rotation. You can't swap off. You could say the same for a lot of other characters, but at least the other characters, I don't think their rotation is usually that long. Like Hu Tao uptime is like 9 seconds or something with a bit of like hit lag, maybe like 10 to 12. Sino stays up. No, Sino is 18 seconds. Sorry, let me rephrase. Xiao is 15 seconds. So that's why I'm like, I like the idea of playing Sino. I don't actually like playing Sino. There's a difference between the two. We get Electro Rest here. We're going against Magu King. Yeah, Bloom. If I play it, then Hyper Bloom, this one will be massive. But I think we'll try to go for a bit of a paralyzed buff right now. And then there's nothing here. Magu Kinki, I'll just use Al-Haytham. Let's just run Al-Haytham Hyper Bloom. I say Al-Haytham Hyper Bloom as if Cookie's not the one doing damage, but Cookie is actually the one doing damage. We can run double Dendro. I think Yai is running Tenacity, so it's a bit worthless. I want to save Kolei for later, so we're going to try to run some sort of Hydro unit. Xingqiu's a bit too valuable. Maybe I'll just run Fischl. Yeah, let's just run Fischl. Or Auroron. We could run Auroron for Electro Charge, but I think I'll run Fischl for Aggravate. We'll run some sort of like Aggravate Fischl team or something. And all I have to do is just chill. Oh my god, he didn't teleport. Not my Magu Kenki. Oh my god, Magu Kenki didn't teleport. This is not my Magu Kenki. If this was the Abyss Magu Kenki, he would be on the other side of the map by the time I said hi. A fucking flaming Magu Kenki, bro. Holy. To Sino or not to Sino? Yes. Okay, let's check what the Mystery Cache has. We'll get a companion random. Okay, here's what I'm going to see. Oh, the Emperor. Okay, we have 17 enemies. Timer is, I assume, 6 seconds, right? After challenge begins, okay, they will continuously lose HP. Also, there's a HP issue. I don't know if I really care about that. On challenge begins, all party members continue to lose a small amount of HP. It will take some time of cooldown. We have to do 3 enemies, so you have to run a team without a shielder. Because getting a shielder would cuck you, but I don't think there's not much shielder units. The highest DPS team I can run right now is not available, so we can try to get a single companion and decide what we want to do. Okay, none of these guys are strong enough. Yeah, none of my DPS are strong enough, I think. We'll try to bring Aino, and we're going to do Act 5 first. Defense, oh yes, go off brain that defense, my favorite! You can trade after you getting your second card. Why would I trade? I mean, yes, I know you can technically trade, but why would I do that? Oh, you can't do the brain dead slime anymore. Oh yeah, I heard about this. But I don't think it's gonna matter to me because they're gonna die anyways, question mark? Let's see, we'll do Al-Haytham here. Now we do need, well, we technically don't need too much of the other stuff. Yao Yao Cookie? Cookie no Hyper Bloom is a bit of a waste, so we can technically run some sort of Hyper Bloom. Yeah, we'll run something like this. We can use Auroron's thing to bait people.
あまり遠くに行くなよ。行け。もう三月。
What's this guy doing? So we can still do this. Now we can still technically kill the slimes. Oh, there's two of them now. Great. Not as bad though. Because they can only spawn 3 enemies at a time. So you can technically just do this. Yeah, it's not bad. Just target the slimes and ignore the guy. It's not that bad. It's a bit challenging. But yeah, I think with the Secret Source Automaton, just do a bit of damage to try to bait him. Yeah, it's not that bad. Prioritize the slimes to get quick time kill. Try to get the aggro of the Automaton next to you, but he will be firing lasers. And if you fire lasers, you want to make sure you steer clear of the monolith. That sounds like a good way to do it. Nuvolet's a bit too early though. Yeah, I mean we can bring Alucino. Why not? Alucino against this. Okay, what team can we run for Alucino? I don't got anything. We need another character. We need like generally another character. Vape Alucino. C2 Vape Alucino. Oh boy, I can get another character. Oh boy. Oh boy, Burn Melt Arlecchino. Let's go. Alright, it's time to off-brain this. The plan is going to be Yelan, Xingqiu, Alucino, Yelan. Xingqiu's already being used up. MED for the burning, but I don't think we'll have enough Dendro. I can probably bring either Kole or Yao Yao here. And then who will be the good motivational support? If I use Furina now, it'll be too early. So I'll try to run double Dendro so we can get the burning stuff. Actually, double Dendro may not be beneficial. I'll run double Hydra. Double Hydra to make sure we get the Vape, but actually that's a bit too strong. We'll run Kole to remove the aura a little bit. So we'll do this, and we'll do that. Because I have C2 Yelan, so if I didn't have C2 Yelan there, it wouldn't be a problem. Are they sounding like Ziox? Have I not been Ziox the whole time? The Mao? I'm just kidding. I'll have to look at the video to see how they spawn. Ah, I see. They wanted to run a healer. My Yelan's dead. Oh, okay. So you do need a healer. It's kind of cringe though. It's kind of cringe though. Alucino can heal by herself.
Say I am blooming.
I'm blooming. What? Do I have some? No, I mean, do you want me to say it like Ziox, or do you just want me to say it normal? That's up to you, man. Okay, let's see. So we need some form of healing. We have no healers. I'm so smart. Luna as a healer is a bit of a waste. Okay, how about this? We'll do a Yao Yao core. We'll do Yao Yao core, and then we'll just use it like there.
落ちるのクイックの語り清掃を開始し却下せーの
And then do a burst.
撤収捕まえたかかれ貫く月のように永遠に却下我ら光管理します糸よ工作せよ捕まえてとっウェーブ怖くない怖くない悪くない攻撃ですここより戻る剣で
That's not that bad, really.
かかれどの目が出る捕まえたクイックの語り
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not that bad. Arlecchino, with the amount of things that you're killing, Arlecchino can basically self-sustain with her skill and burst. You do skill burst, you gain max bond of life, you gain maximum healing. Because there's 3 enemies, so you can... What I do... Because I know that whenever she bursts, she actually absorbs the any mark nearby. So there's more than 2... There's 2 enemies, so you can instantly gain the maximum healing, and then you just cast a skill again. And then do a bunch of funny stuff. Just bring 1 healer to sustain the non-healer units. Of course, if you're running Furina with a whatever Furina team, this whole advice is irrelevant. Now then, Yae Miko, my semi-buff Yae Miko that's no longer top 4% Skyward Atlas. Or was it Kagura's Verity? I don't remember. Hey, we still... Do we need more characters? Yesn't. No, I can get away. We're gonna get a little bit of extra damage. Healing would be nice. A bit of extra damage. Okay, let me rechat while I take a sip a little bit. The last boss, Firecrab, has too much HP. I assume he probably has 4.5 million. Yeah. Dendro is needed though. I mean, as far as I know, it's not... None of these bosses are mandatory except for Cineas. Cineas, you just bring Dendro to break the shield and you're good to go. If you have a Nahida, it's off-brain. If you have a Kole, it's also off-brain. You just don't use your burst until he breaks the shield. Because Cineas... The current Cineas in the Spiral Abyss is indeed his first appearance. The entire time, I think, whenever there is a Dendro... Yeah, whenever there is a Dendro theater, you're getting either 2 of these, or 3 of these. Jade Plume, Terrashroom, Assignment, Cineas. There's literally not much options. Because Hoyo has a trend of releasing bosses that kind of shield a specific element, which is not as bad as today's standards. But they don't release new bosses for older regions because, you know, it's like, we already meet our boss quota, we don't need to release anymore, or something along the lines of that. Second boss is Cineas. Cineas will use Morlani here. I'll save Arlecchino for then. Yeah, we'll save Arlecchino Burn Melt for then. We run some sort of Morlani team. Ole would still be kind of nice. Yelan, yeah, we'll save Yelan for then. Ole, we haven't really run a Dendro Bloom team. I know I kind of want to use Aino for Flints. I think for PMA and the other one. Sing Chu. Yeah, why not? I don't have Kuki anymore, so we're good. Weird ass team, I know, but it's fine. It will work. Oh, we can do like some weird funnel Sing Chu, but this is like the easy ones. Yeah, it's just the easy ones. Oh, wrong one. Did you have run EM like... What's her name again? You know, I really like Yai, but like, you know, I the other boy got 6 Stellas, so we'll do that next week. Tonight's stream, like I mentioned just now, I think I can only afford to I have to sleep in 20 minutes. Like, I genuinely legit have to sleep in 20 minutes. Because I need to wake up at like 5 tomorrow. Okay, so what characters do we need? How many of each elements do we have? We need Dendro and Electro. The next boss is Cineas. We're going to be running Alucino, so I'm not worried. Alucino burning with Yelan, but Yelan might be a bit too strong. I know that's a weird problem, but yeah. We can try to get Diona. Oh no, actually Inefa is one part of it. I will save this for the next invite. We'll try to get Flints, because the next Luna is going to be PMA. I want to say PMA for Knuckle Duckle. Because Act 7 is going to be easy. Like, most of the Act enemies are not that difficult. It's just some of them are... A very small amount of them are the annoying ones, you know? Let's see. We can use Electro to weaken it. Then we trigger Hydro and Vape. Support Molani. Now we have Veresa, so... Yeah, let's just use double Hydra. Molani is just here for supporting. Ever heard that? I bet you guys never heard of that before, isn't it? Let's see. He's always here, so we do Vape. Oh. Take your energy back. MAD is not that good for Dendro Applicator and Vape, but it's fine. They did her job. Diona, perfect. All we need now is Flints. Oh, baby, I love you so much. Oh, finally. You know, the nice thing about having less enemies, which means your RNG in getting all these events are actually better. We don't really need Bloom. EMA, let's see, what options? We have, oh no, Plunge Weasel, cringe. It's actually, no, we have Veresa, so maybe not as cringe. Support Molani. I mean, the thing about support Molani when you run Trailing Tails is Trailing Tails gives HP %. So not only would you buff the next person, Molani actually does a decent amount of damage even without like any sort of vape reactions. So you can use skill, do one bite into a burst, or you just use a skill into a burst to get the bit of damage. Then you swap to Skirk, you get the Trailing Tails buff, and it just works well, you know? It just really works well. Now then, you guys, I don't have Sucrose, so this is the second best budget thing we can afford to do. But you know, the upside compared to Stygian Onslaught is that I can actually spawn with full energy. Wow! Crazy, I know! Like, I'm convinced the design team is probably like 5 assholes or something, you know? Whew. Look at the damage, man. What the fuck? Ah, we're good. Oh, great. I hecking love getting the worst one out of all of them. It's fine. We have enough AoE for this. It's quite tanky though, I will admit. Full Flints! Oh, she's 364. That's 7,000. That's not 364k. Flints, why are you so cool? Okay, Yan-san, hi, welcome to the team. Who's the other? No, this is my own account. Instructors Diona? Instructors Diona is good. Why? You want to run Noblesse Diona? in a day where every team where Diona is relevant is an EM scaling team. I mean, I'm actually not exactly downplaying, but you know I'm right. All the teams that have Diona, like the latest one, Nefair, like they actually gave a decent F2P team in the trial run for Nefair. Nefair has some problems without Llama, obviously, but Diona is a pretty nice option for sustain in the fair teams. You get the 200 EM buff, you get a shielding, you get a bit of healing, so you're likely not gonna die. On top of that, you know, like, you're already running a Hydro unit. So, instructors, if you can somehow find a way to trigger instructors, that would be decent. Although I think I would prefer, let's say you run with Aino, right? Aino, or the Hydro unit, I prefer having the Hydro unit on SMS, and then Diona on... No, Hydro unit on instructors, Diona on SMS. Because you know you're going to be triggering blooms. So whoever is going to be the Hydro unit, you want them to be running running instructors. Because they're always going to be generating bloom to enable your Nefarious damage. Then Diona can just run SMS because you already have 2 Nokrai. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, Mystery Cash. We got the good stuff. All blessings getting a discount. Except most of the blessings are f***ing worthless. Well, not all of them, but they're not all that great. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the list, you're going to have a list of 3 units that are subpar in the absolute most way possible. Guess which one I will take? Actually, which one will I take? Good question. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm taking. What am I taking? I was about to say Ayato, but we don't have cookies, so we can't run Ayato Hyperbloom. Unironically, I prefer Ayato Hyperbloom over Xingqiu sometimes. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's just... Okay, it's only one of this guy. Let's just run Varessa. Varessa's gonna delete this guy. Tomorrow's stream, very likely no. Because I wanna start working on the Stygian guide tomorrow. I wanna start working on the Stygian guide, and then over the course of next week, after I'm done with work, I'll try to spend some time doing all the editings. The visuals themselves, I don't think will be too difficult. I can compile all the information. Because the upside of me doing my new style of guides is that not only can people just pause the video and read it while I explain, I don't really have to focus too much on trying to record footage just to put in video, like the video. Like sometimes back then, I have to spend an entire day trying all 36 combinations. Not combinations, but all 36 options for all the non-boss acts. And there was Luna. Luna took me genuinely the entire day. I woke up on a weekend, or was it on my day off? And I think I started at like 9 or something. I went all the way to like 10 or 11 p.m. with some occasional breaks and workouts, but full day just to do a bunch of testing. And I have to make the visuals, which does take a bit of time. So Imaginarium Theatre hopefully shouldn't take too long. Stygian, now that I've helped a few people on the accounts, I know what information I can relay that I would say a lot of other YouTubers probably don't because they make their videos earlier. I unironically think Stygian is one of those game modes where you don't actually want to release your video that fast. I know a lot of people want to look for guides, but I feel like you have to let the community cook for at least 3 to 4 days or a week. Then when they actually find some super weird crack team or weird strategy like ER Ayaka, or even something like Jin, the Seedrin-Jin interaction, suddenly people are just like, oh yeah, we can use this interaction against the human enemies, and now you can just cheese it without running a real proper DPS team, which frees up the slot for those characters to be used on the other bosses. Anyways, Kokomi, we do have the Bloom buff. I know I'm saving for Flints. We're saving for that one. Ole, not too important. I'll save you for later. Okay, so we do need to trigger some sort of reaction. Yeah, we're good. Top 7% Varessa. Top 7% Varessa. Let's go get deleted. Except I wish you actually get energy back. It's so dumb. Hello? Why do I get staggered? Oh my god. Yeah, that should be decent. So I can build characters, yeah. You'll give it time. Do you think the new gacha Polam is better for Escoffier? I do not remember. I feel like I remember saying that it was. But if you ask me realistically, I don't remember. I'll check it out later. It's the fact that last year I like so much characters I needed to swap Geo Traveler to even enter Lunar mode, and this time I have characters to spare. My opinion on this whole topic still stands. If the game just either they give us more trial characters that we can invite. Like let's say 2 supporting casts. 2 supporting casts if you can qualify for Lunar mode, and a bunch of trial characters, which the harder the more trial characters you have access with, but you'll also be limited because these trial characters are not going to be as good as something that you would build yourself. Or another solution, which I think is a better long-term solution, give us more resources. If every 20 resin that you spend on a ley line, Mora, character CXP, if everything in the game just gives you more resources, because the amount that you take to build a character is not going to change. It'll stay the same. They're not going to do anything to that. But if they just give us more resources at base, at the very, very, very base, you farm, you do your AR60, your world level 9, or let's say world level 9 for AR55, before world level 60 gets to world level 10 or something. You claim 20 resin. Instead of getting 60,000 at the highest level, you get 80,000, 100,000 for AR60. Or Hero Suite, instead of getting like 5 purple books and 5 browns, or like, I think it's like 4 purple books and 5 browns, I don't remember the exact number, you get maybe 20% more than the current one. If they do that, I think all of us would find building character a bit more fun. Because if you have more resources to work with, you get more value per resin. It becomes easier for you to build characters to level 90, level up weapons, and do a bunch of that stuff. Yeah, you guys get the point. 4 purple books every trade. 4 purple books? No, you actually do get 4 purple books. It's more than that. I believe every 20 resin is average. I average it out, I did some math because I was curious about the double ley line stuff, right? And how much you gain, right? Average 20 resin gives you about 5.5 purple books, which is about, I don't remember the exact XP amount, 55,000 character EXP. So we need to bring that to 7.5 or 8. Imagine 8 purple books of resources every 20 resin. That'll be so massive. I'm saying this because ley lines are the bosses. We got newer levels. We got more boss drops. From a chance to get 3 to guarantee 3 for a chance of 4. So I think it saves about 1 or 2 days of resin to bring a character from 0 to 90. In the worst case scenario. They just need to do the same for ley line. You increase your world level. Finally, now your ley line at world level 8 and world level 9 will be higher compared to when you got it at world level 7 or 6. So you'll be rewarded for playing longer. You get more resources. The longer you play, the more resources you have access to, the more you are rewarded for playing the game. Anyways, that's enough yapping. Let's get this done because I don't think I have time to do any clears, so I'll just do my clears and we'll probably end the stream there, yeah? We have a bunch of Hydro characters, we have 0 Dendro characters, we have no need for any Dendro characters, so I generally don't care. Raiden here is pointless. We'll try to get Nuvillet. We'll try to get, we'll get Beidou. Mystery Cash. That's fine, 0% HP is not a problem. Olay, very nice. We don't play Bloom anymore, so none of this is worth anything. And we can jump into the Flint's team. More resources, yeah. If you're Nefair users, right? I honestly think you guys are losing. Compared to what Nefa has to offer, getting Loma is still valuable. But getting Nefair... getting Nefair despite having Loma, struggling against the one fucking Stygian boss it's supposed to shield, is so bad. Can you imagine? I've seen people build C0R1 and it still struggles a bit to clear. My budget ass Flints and the Nefa team with like picking 2... What's funny is that Nefair's best team has all 5 stars. Furina, Nahida, Loma, Nefer. What's his name again? Flints' best team? There's 2 4 stars. And one of them is free. In Nefa, Flints in Nefa, and then Sucrose. If you don't have Sucrose, you can go for something like Diona for the EM buff. You don't get the Red Shred, but it's still nice for the buffing side. And then Aino. Everyone gets Aino for free. You pull for Aino to get C2, and you're basically solid until you get C6. Any consolations in between don't matter as much aside from some energy stuff at C4. This is funny, man. I'm just trying to think about it. It's just funny. Okay, Beidou here would be great. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, we have Diona, right? Yeah, we'll run this. But Hydro Wrap is not fast enough though. Nah, it's fine. I will cope. We'll cope.
地の底へお静かに夜ですね
Look at the damage shot. Holy. If you're running flints, I do recommend getting the buff. Instructors. We are looking at 320 EM flints. Oh, 260k.
地の底へ
Oh, look at the damage. And we also get free electro charge, so that's nice.
目を閉して暗闇は怖いですか
Oh, this is so easy. Oh, I muted them. I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. What were we talking about? Just tune in. Is this your account? Yeah, I'm just doing the clear, and I'll end the stream afterwards because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I haven't charged my phone. 84% on the watch. Finally got C6 Collei. Congrats. I don't remember what C6 Collei does though. I think it's important. Okay, the last team. What do we get for the last team? How many units do we have? I think we're not. Wait, don't hold on. The Dendro buff is not too relevant unless I have some sort of Hyper Bloom unit. Electro Charge I think is the best one by far. We get the additional thing to get more damage. That's what we can bank on. And this song everyone runs. So we'll try to bank on getting Nuvolette. Oh! Nuvolette Bloom. Oh man. Alright. Nuvolette Bloom. Okay, we got Nuvolette. We'll save for the next one. We're not gonna go for the buffs. What other options do we have here? Rift Hounds. Kairagi. Kairagi is gonna be easy for Nuvolette. I'll save Veresa for the last one in case I do need to run Veresa though. You can use Veresa for the Fire Crab. I could. That's why, because Veresa only has one more use with Yansan, so I don't want to use them. So we'll use something like this, right? I know here is kind of pointless. I don't know why Dendro is even here in the first place. I know could be useful in the long run. So I'll use Tinari here for the memes. Yes, meme Tinari, I know. Oh, the Beidou, the C2 Beidou is about to go in action. You're not dead. What the heck? Woo! 40k! Is Sinari carrying his weight? Holy. Interesting. Anyways, what was I gonna do again? Okay, should be the last one. So now we're relying on... Actually, do we have enough to get Nilo? If I want to run Bloom at the very least, I want to try to get Nilo. Oh, but like... Because I can get Nahida, but we don't have Nilo. If I get Nilo, we only have Tinari. How good is the Bloom buff? Not so good. Electro might be a better bet here. I think we'll go for just Nahida. And then we're gonna spam refresh and see what we have. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else. We just get the maximum one to get additional Drift Thunder. Alright, Climatic Showdown. This will be the last one. And then that will be it for now. But let's get that done. We'll see what the Luna stuff is all about. And yeah, I double this. Okay, so we do want some amount of Electro. Technically, we could do some sort of weird Yai, like Hyperloom kind of thing going on. So I can do that. And because it's Nouvellette, I can technically deal with this. Ooh, 50k. I'm not feeding my Yai or anything, by the way. The buffs are just that good. So he does about 3 attacks before he digs again. But it wouldn't matter too much. Okay, there you go. Alright. Luna mode cleared. Cool. Let's see, what was I gonna do again? Yeah. Anyways, as we are approaching the end of the stream, tonight's stream is a bit on the shorter side. I have to be somewhere tomorrow. I'll announce the stream schedule over on the YouTube site later. But I'll just say that, what's the word for it? Yeah, quite an easy theater. Oh, Flins, 364k. Dude, the Luna charge buff is insane. I think if anyone wants to run any Electro charge team, or actually no, if you have any Inefa or Flames, you should just go for like level 1 Electro Charge. The buff for Electro Charge is so massive, and Lunar Charge. Like I remember the previous theater, because the previous theater, I don't know if you guys know this, but the previous theater has the same element except for Dendro. So we went from Electro Charge, Hydro Electro Geo to Hydro Electro Dendro. But on the plus side, I mean Stream House IT are easy. I had no struggle at all, but it is nice to see how the new stuff is. I think Luna mode is gonna be easy for most people, but maybe not of all. Now, what was I gonna say? I lost track of what I was gonna say. The theater was easy. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right. Yeah, because the previous one, the elements are the same, and because we got Hydro and Electro twice, which means we won't be getting it next. But that would also mean Pyro. I mean, I haven't looked at elements, but I believe Pyro is indeed in 6.2. I don't remember the exact elements though. So I think next one, we're probably gonna get Pyro and Nemo. I want to say a Nemo. What other elements do we not have? We already have Dendro, so Dendro can appear again. Is it Pyro and Nemo something? I use my friend's level 100 C6 Flints. I don't think you need to specify the level 100. You just say C6 Flints and I already know how it is. Well, that's a good part about supporting cars, right? But I would say it's quite easy. It's quite easy. I think most people... I mean, the downside is if you don't have a lot of the Hydro 5-star units, then... yeah, but that shouldn't be a problem. Alhaitham can carry you through 2x. Alhaitham alone can carry 2x. Purina is given for free. So now you have an option to bring your supports, your healer support, so that you can actually run it together with Purina, which in turn allows you to empower any DPS that actually scale that isn't from Noctry. So what else do we have? Hey, the Emperor Judgment, they look the same. They're not super cool. I think the Emperor is pretty cool though. Let me read the lore. Among the countless worlds, innumerable gods and mortals seek power for themselves for myriad reasons. Is this the Vinster King? Passion, pleasure, joy, and hope, sin, blood, beneficence, and duty, burning love and rising desire. In the end, beneath the unyielding absolute will of the self, all serve to conceal, to crystallize and to reshape that which is soft and mutable. Such symbolism cannot be found in the divination cards of this world, for since the very beginning, only one ruler has controlled the countless kingdoms that have arisen. Oh, they are the emperor who slumbers. Yo, is this the Heavenly Principles lore? Can't wait for the video guide. I'll try to get it down. Yeah. Is this a Heavenly Principles lore? They are the emperor who slumbers in an eggshell, which means they're asleep. They're a king, but they're immortal. Oh, she. Okay. Let's see. Blades. Okay, Judgment. Blades, spears, swords, and spikes. 8,000 ranks deep. Armored steels. Blah blah blah. Okay, I don't want to read this. Friends, return now from the Netherrealm. Return now from the Netherrealm to see what this illusory world displays. The Underworld's code has yet to pass judgment, and yet the eternal calamity remains unchanged. Oh. Alas, this is not the world of all. The hearts of the past can no longer be found. Only our names remain inked into illustrious record, 100 ghosts in a painting. Oh, this is like a yokai. Oh yeah, this is based on the yokai. Okay. This is the yokai stuff from Inazuma when we had the one yokai event. Anyone who missed the event feels bad, man. Emperor, man. The implication and the lore. Is that the king chess piece? Oh my god. That's a king chess piece. Is that a rook? Is this the bishop? This is the bishop, that's the king. Oh my god, the lore implications is going deeper. Holy bro. Eesh, the crown of logos? Yeah, maybe, man. The emperor is a chicken that hatched out from an egg? There's a chance because I know some people have made a bunch of, not to say a bunch, but some people have made assumptions or pieces together that very likely the Heavenly Principles could either be a product of an Aeon, of like similar to an Aeon from Honkai Star Rail, or they could be something akin to that. So honestly, I don't know. Also, three elixirs. What should I do with my 3 elixirs? Alright, Primo Gems. All the resources. I think, yeah, Theater gives more Primo Gems, but quite a good amount of resources though. This is with Luna mode. 600k actually matches the amount that you get from, I believe, Spiral Abyss. So it's pretty nice. The books are kind of random. I don't really like it. The toy medal, we can buy a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is the good stuff. No, but I remember we watched a lore video that time. I think Amiko or Aura shared here. It was some sort of, it was kind of like, supposedly the theory is that it's implying that the Heavenly Principle could be something of a status of an Aeon, similar from Honkai. Aeons, think of them like, rather than think of them as gods, think of them as like the primordial ones. Kind of like the primordial ones, but more primordial than whatever Genshin has. Since we kind of know that Heavenly Principle is like one of the, let's call him the OG, right? The dragons are actually the OG. The primordial ones like Heavenly Principle, I think came from outside or something. But in simple words, he's strong. Smiley face. That's all you need to know. He's strong. Oh, I should have claimed the transient resin before the new patch comes out. Then I can use it for Durin. Alright. Now, there's only one more thing I want to do before we close the stream. No, we're not pulling from the fair. I don't have Llama. If Llama of the fair feels really bad, I'm not pulling from the fair. But hey, on the other hand, I'm basically guaranteed Durin. So, while we are seated in the Imaginarium Theater, actually no, let me do that as the last part of the stream. It's 9:40. We have a little bit of time before I go to sleep. So let me buy a bunch of toy medals. I don't... Oh, new poses. Okay. Wu Tao, best girl. Beidou, base. Okay, we're done. Now, we have 3 sanctifying elixirs. Which means I can craft something. Now the question is, who needs it? Because it only guarantees minimum 2 roll. I could say for a goblet, but if you ask me right now, nobody really wants a goblet. I'm going to end the stream on a high. Or maybe a low, depending on how things are. Oh, JS, you're about to go. I might actually make a new artifact. No, actually... Guys, I don't know. Guys, I don't know who's worth it. All my characters are pretty good, by the way, just to give context. Anyone below here are not worth using. Actually, not worth caring too much about. I'm trying to think. Like, okay, Flynn's, I can make him better, but I already used Elixir on him, so he's already pretty solid. Inefa, I don't think there's a category or leaderboard, but I'm pretty sure she's like... I want to say she's probably top 4%. Top 3 to 4%. Emily's already top 4%. We don't touch that. I don't know. I don't care too much about the 4-star stuff because whatever the stronger characters get, any leftovers will be passed back to them down. Molani? No, not worth it though, because Molani wants more HP percent. This one, I only lost 1 roll. So it could get more crit damage, but crit damage doesn't benefit as much. I think my current build, she needs more HP. So she's already top 4% burn melt, and in other categories, it's like top 5 or top 6. So I don't want to do that. Koran's damage is a bit on the sad side. I mean, okay, yeah, to be fair, she's pretty cracked. Yeah, I think I elixired this, I think. Did I elixir this? I think I did. Yeah, I did elixir this, so I don't want to touch Koran anymore. He's good. He's top 6% overloaded or something. Math. The thing about math is also quite hard. This one I stole from that. Okay, the only other option is if I craft a circlet, another crit damage circlet would be good. I'm not even kidding. We get a crit damage circlet, but instead of ER, we go for crit rate attack percent. If it rolls at least 10 crit rate, we just win. But the catch is it has to be at least 10 crit rate. At least 10 crit rate. Because otherwise it's not going to be worth it. Because I'm already happy with this. I'm not going to make any better. I can reshape this one. This is the very OG elixir before they added the mark. Because it's a 4-line. So we still have 2 more rolls lost, but that's a reshape. Not exactly like... I can reshape this, but not the biggest value. Not so much here. I have a better one here. If I want to go for more crit damage, I can go for this, but I want more ER. EM is also pretty useful on melt. Even though EM Sans is better. What about Durin? I'll farm for him when he comes. I'm not going to use my elixir on a character that I don't even have a full set. Unless I'm already farming the set, but Durin very likely has his own set. So that's why I don't want to pre-farm anything for Durin, aside from leveling him up. We have 1 feather, we have 3 elixirs. I would say the only option is, I think, maybe the best contingent, honestly, is just math. I'm not even kidding. I think the best successor is math, because everyone else wants some sort of like, what do you call it again? Everyone else wants some sort of reshape. They don't really care too much about... Well, technically, Hu Tao can get a slight benefit here if I get like a crit thing, but the EM is too useful. Because Hu Tao has like, I think with Battle of the Fields, 357 EM, so she's good. I don't really care about improving Yalan because she only cares about Faf. C2 is already strong enough, I don't need to improve her. There is another option though. A crit rate circlet or emblem. I think we're leaning towards circlet right now. Because we only have like 2 or 3 crit rate circlet. This one has crit but leaning more towards ER. Not bad for Daya. This one is on Raiden, but the EM is not useful for Raiden. And this one Barebone 14, which is very barebone. You can invest in Alucino, the next Abyss is made for her. Okay, I need to show you. Have you seen my Alukit? Let me do the math real quick. 126.8. She's 236. 36.8, 236.5 CV. It's basically 240 CV. This is the pieces. These are the pieces with the highest possible CV. How much is this again? Actually, this is 38.9 with attack percent. This is also attack percent, but I think this is 1937, a bit lower. This is also 38 CV. 38 CV VR, but it's a bit pointless. But like, I guess I could technically get a crit damage gladiator circlet, but it's already pretty decent. I don't really want to invest in something I already have. There is Whimsy, but I don't really want to take Koran's Whimsy stuff. I don't like changing artifacts. So, in simpler words, my Alucino's already really good. Like 90 to 100 to me is a very top build already. I don't remember a category though. I think she might be top 8 or something. Let me see if I can check. Give me a moment. Let me just open Akasha so I'll give you guys a good context of what it is that you can expect out of my build. Or how strong my accounts are. Characters that are 230 to 40 CV, I usually don't care as much. Okay, so I use this option. Yeah, so we have DPS wise, Raiko, we don't ignore Yaya. Yaya is probably like a bit lower. Basically top 1% Navia, 2% Shenhe, 2% Keqing, 3% Yoimiya. Ignore Shengling. This is way too late to last, so we don't care about Wanderer, but his build's really good. 4% Overloaded, Haran, Koran, 4% Emiri. Basically, any characters you see here above top 13% are already very good. So anyone down here, like all these options are already really good. This is the old Ganyu though, but I don't play Ganyu anymore. So, I don't know. There's Flints, but I don't really want to care too much about Flints. My Alkino's top 1%. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure your Alkino's really good. Where's my Alkino? You guys see Alkino? Yeah, my Alkino's only top 4% mono. But I can't. The reason why she's that is because I gave her an attack goblet. If I gave her a pyro goblet, she can probably jump up. You guys want me to run a pyro goblet? I'm kind of curious actually. Hold on. Okay, wait. So let's say I give her a second build, right? We give her a super crack pyro goblet. What is my highest CV goblet? We have to deal with 27.2, 40 CV, 41 CV. $128. 128.4, 129. 248 CV. So now, if I go refresh, let me see if I can go to the React section. Now that the game's out, if I refresh this, pay attention to the new stuff. Wait, where did Alakina go? There's no new category. Is this the old Alakino? I'm afraid it might have not refreshed though. How do I sort by builds? It didn't update. I just logged out. Okay, 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Let me just go in. Because I want to end this. I need to like sleep right now, but I think we are leaning more towards either a crit rate circlet, emblem crit rate circlet, or codex crit damage circlet. That's the only one I can really think of. So just give it another 20 seconds while I log in a bit. Okay, they're back yet? Oh, I didn't put Alakino on my thing. Right, hold on, I'm dumb. Okay, let me put Alakino in. And if I log out, and then if I refresh, does it not update the thing? I think I updated too fast. Okay, you know what? I think I've this. Let's get a crit damage circlet. Is it top 5? I didn't see it though. It's so hard to find my Alokine. Hold on, let me zoom in. Did it update? It did not. I didn't even see a Pyro Goblet. No, it didn't. It did. Or do you update on your side? So it's top 5% with a Pyro Goblet. I'm just going to take your word for it because I'm too lazy to open. I need to get this done as fast as possible. Yeah, that's already good enough, right? Because the fact that I'm top 10% even with an attack goblet really speaks volumes. I've decided. We're going to craft a crit damage circlet for Malwika. And yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't value too much for elixirs compared to Dust because Dust actually has a PT system. I should top 5% with Pyro Goblet. Thanks for informing though, because I don't know why my thing is just not gonna tell me anything. I think I've decided. We're gonna try to make Malwika. Hopefully we gain something that's at least 10 crit. Then maybe my Malwika will get nerfed a little bit, but we'll see. At the very least, I could probably give it to someone like Chaska or someone else really. Right. Seeding Codex, crit rate circlet, damage, crit rate, attack percent. I could go for EM. EM will give me a bit on the vape stuff, but I think we want to go for more attack percent in case it does roll well. Yeah, Obsidian. Okay, let's confirm. Obsidian Codex, crit damage circlet, attack percent with crit rate. Alright, confirm again. Circlet, Obsidian Codex, crit damage. Genshin brings him to characters for characters yet? No. Also high maybe. Alright. Please give me a 4-line. Please. I want to stop farming Codex. Please. Okay. EM. Oh, EM. It's a 3-line, but it's EM. No, hasn't fallen off enough yet. I'll be back in a couple of months. Yeah, I'll just come back yet another time. Okay. It has the right stat. Okay, please give me 3 crit rate rolls. Fuck. Where's my crit rate? Okay, high crit rate. That's kind of worse, but can I get more crit rate though? I have an idea. Let's look at the CV, right? Oh, I should probably record it. It's not as bad. But because it's onset, I can throw this away. Because the problem with this piece is only 33 CV. I say only 33 CV like it's like the thing. Reroll the feather. Should I try rerolling the feather? No, actually no, there's no feather worth rerolling except for, I think, is it this one? Oh yeah, I could reroll this one to go for crit though. But this one's not guaranteed. Because this has almost a perfect piece, but it is EM. This one, I don't want to change because it's 14 crit rate. There is another piece that I could roll. I know there's like a 4-line here somewhere. I don't remember which one. Yeah, this one's a 4-line. Oh, I already rerolled it just now. Yeah, I didn't get the thing that I want. Okay, let's just look at the CV first before we do anything else. I believe this is, let me do the math real quick. 46, let's say 46, 92, right? 92, 233 CV. Did 40, yeah. 232.3 CV. So if I were to take the new piece, actually, technically, Chaska could use it. See, it's green, so that means it's actually a bit better. So we lose quite a bit. That 70... Yeah, we lose quite a lot of crit. 76, 77. 200 and... $141.5. That CV is not as high, but we can steal someone's artifact. So we lost about 7 crit rate. With this, we lose a bit of crit damage, but we can balance the crit rate a bit. And now the stats doesn't feel as different. But it's kind of a shame though because of the Codex build. It's 224 CV though, it's not as good. I don't know. You know, I think what we can work with is we remove this and we'll maintain the same math build. The original math build is already better. I destroyed Ganyu for this, so I'm not going to change her build. However, Chaska will get an upgrade. So let's see if I can do this. Where is Chaska? Where are you? Chaska. So she went from this. Okay, let's show Chaska stats. Chaska stats 60 to 46. R1. We get here. We are going to be a bit overcapped, but it also means I can afford to lose a bit of crit rate. Right? So 10, 14 here. I think we have other better options with less crit rate, more crit damage. We are overcapped by 7. So we need to lose 2 rolls of crit rate. So base roll crit rate doesn't matter. That's not that much better. Attack percent's nice though. 10, 14, so we can go 3 whatever. It's still a bit overcap. Unless I go here for attack percent. But I feel like she's okay on attack percent buffs though. Yeah, that looks a bit nicer. But Maruka is not showing up on Akasha. Add her in your profile. Is it? No, I think I did though. I remember checking. It did say it's top 6%. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do with the dust. I'll have to capture all the record tomorrow. Where are you? This is a 4 line. Right. So, we have 1 dust. This is my... Hold on, cat, you gotta go to... I can't see the chat. This is the 14th dust reshape. I don't have any urgent ones, so if we can get a 5 line, that would be amazing. Okay, it's worse. Never mind. I hacking love Genshin Impact. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next week. Screw this game, Lamau.